I make picadillo literally once a week because it's super easy, so delicious, and goes with everything. To get started, I'm adding half of a green bell pepper, half of a red bell pepper, half of a yellow bell pepper, and half of an onion to my pan, along with about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and cooking that on medium heat, which for me is a 5 out of 10, until everyone is translucent, so somewhere around 8 minutes. I'm hitting these guys with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to help them sweat and soften faster. I love the flavor bell peppers and onions add to dishes, but I definitely don't love eating them, so cooking them this way almost melts them into the dish and gives me all the flavor without the crunch. No offense, veggies, no offense. So, picadillo. I am obsessed with picadillo. You'll find picadillo in a lot of Latin countries, and the ingredients really vary from region to region. Picadillo translates to mince and is pretty similar to a hash in that it has minced meat, veggies, potatoes, and all the things. Make it your own. To my veggies, I'm adding 2 pounds of ground chicken and breaking it up with my ground meat grinder, which I've linked down below for you. I love this thing. It is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets. Once my ground chicken has cooked a bit, I'm going in for another round with my grinder because I like my ground meat to be on the smaller side versus big chunks of meat. This is not meatballs, you know? I'm breaking out one of my all-time favorite finds, and that's Siete's spicy taco seasoning. I love this stuff so much, you have no idea. To that, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of garlic powder and 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon and mixing everyone to combine. These seasoning packets usually call for water to be added, so I like to reserve the packets and add the water directly inside so that I can collect any remaining seasoning. Bonus, it's one less thing I have to dirty along the way, so yay! I'm filling each packet with about half a cup of water, adding that to my ground chicken, and giving all of that a really good mix. And who remembers this from the sofrito video? I'll link it down below in case you haven't seen it. It is ultra delicious. So I'm adding 3 of these frozen cubes of sofrito to my picadillo, which is about 3 tablespoons, and mixing all of that together. I'm not worried about my sofrito being frozen. It will definitely melt down as everything cooks, and it's gonna be superb. Next up, I'm adding 4 medium gold potatoes diced into small cubes and mixing those guys in to get them coated in all the deliciousness. When everyone is nice and friendly, I'm covering the pan, lowering the heat to low, which for me is a 3 out of 10, and letting these guys hang out for about 25 minutes. Our time is up, and this is looking and smelling so good. It looks like there's a lot of liquid at this point, but don't panic, just trust the process. I'm stirring these guys and turning the heat back up to medium, which is a 5 out of 10 for me. This is gonna bubble away, and as it does, the sauce is going to reduce and thicken and become so rich and beautiful. This is definitely my new favorite way to cook ground meat because it takes away the toughness that ground meat can often have, and I definitely do not like. It also gives everyone a chance to really flavor up and develop depth. You can't go wrong with depth of flavor, you know? The picadillo has been cooking for about 10 minutes and it's nice and thick and ready to come off the heat. It's gonna continue to thicken as it sits and also when it's hanging out in the refrigerator, so no worries, absolutely no worries. It's a few minutes later and look at how much thicker this is already. I like my picadillo to be saucier because it goes so well with rice and, well, everything. Tonight I'm making tacos and this picadillo is the all-star. My excitement is seriously 100 out of 10 right now. The peppers, onions, and sofrito take this ground chicken and turn it into literal royalty, I'm telling you. Then you add the Siete taco seasoning and she goes from awesome to fabulous just like that. The tacos were insanely delicious and now it's time to read these guys a bedtime story and tuck them in for the night. In the morning, it's picadillo with some over easy eggs for the win and definitely my favorite way to start the day.